So it seems like everybody is talking about the same thing all the time lately. Oh my god, the price of groceries. It's no secret that the cost of groceries has gone up tremendously over the last while. It almost feels like everything has doubled or even more than doubled in price in the last 12 months alone. And I've even heard some people go as far as to suggest that it's now cheaper to go out to eat than it is to grocery shop and cook at home. But I'm not so sure about that. So in this video, we're going to put that idea to the test. I'm going to spend the next 7 days going out to eat every single day for dinner, getting takeout, going to restaurants, what have you, and keeping track of what I spend along the way. Then next week, I'm going to spend all 7 days cooking my own dinners at home, as I typically do, and keeping track of what that costs me. And at the end, we're going to compare notes and see how much money can you actually save by cooking your own food at home. Now, going into this experiment, I have a couple predictions for how I think this is going to go. If I had to take a wild guess, I'm going to go ahead and say that the next 7 days of dinners from restaurants are going to cost me at least half of my typical monthly grocery budget. So for reference point, I usually spend around $200 or $250 a month on groceries. And if I had to guess, I'm going to say that I'm going to wind up spending at least $100, if not maybe $150 over the next week, just getting one meal a day from a restaurant. When I first had the idea for this video, my initial plan was actually to spend the week ordering all my meals in through a delivery app like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And when I realized how expensive those apps were, I couldn't even justify doing it for the sake of the video. Like, I'm quite certain that I would spend more money on 7 meals than this video will even generate for me. So we're not going to be doing that, but as I go along, I will be showing you guys what it would cost me to order that exact same meal delivered to me through an app, just so you can see how much markup there really is versus going out and getting the food yourself. It is Sunday afternoon. I'm going to be starting this experiment tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. All right, starting off restaurant week night 1, it is Monday night, and I'm gonna start off with a big ass burrito. So we're gonna go to Fat Bastard Burrito down the street. Let's go. Here at the bag. All right, we got it. So this burrito is considered a huge, probably a good sized burrito. I wouldn't call it bigger than average.
That's what she said.
And this thing was $15. Is that gonna focus? Focus. $15.81. I mean, it tastes fine. Is it like, oh my god, this is the best burrito I've ever had in my life? No. Is it worth like almost $16? This is gonna be a trend going forward, I think. I feel like I'm gonna spend this whole week just feeling super ripped off. Okay, well that took me all of like 5 minutes to eat, but I have to show you guys this. So I downloaded Uber Eats for the first time. I've never used the app before. I've never used any of these apps. I found the same burrito restaurant that I was just at, same location, same everything, and I put in an order for the same thing I just got, which is a huge burrito, veggie burrito. Okay, so my total after tax was $15.81, which, like I said, I thought was quite high. The price for that same burrito online is $17.29 before tax. There is a $6.99 delivery fee, and then taxes and other fees, whatever that means, I don't know what these other fees are, come out to $5.42 for a grand total of $29. There we go. $29.70 for a single burrito. $30 for a freaking burrito! This is gonna be a lot more entertaining than I had imagined for all the wrong reasons. Okay, restaurant night 2. It's Tuesday night, and tonight we're going for a burger and fries. I'm gonna go to Harvey's. And I'm gonna place the order through the restaurant's app, so there's no additional fees. So we're going for a veggie burger with a coupon that makes it $3, and a large order of fries, which is $4.59. And after taxes, the total is gonna come out to, there we go, $8.58. So I'm gonna place the order now and go pick it up. Let's do it.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi there, I have a mobile pickup for Nicole. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you. Okay, so I think that despite probably being less healthy, tonight's meal was better than yesterday's. The burger and fries were basically half the price of the burrito, and I do think it was like a more generous portion of food, a more satiating portion of food. But now we're gonna go and see what it would have cost me to order it from Uber Eats. Okay, so the meal that I just paid $8.58 for, exact same meal on Uber Eats is, drumroll please, $25.96. I was actually talking to somebody yesterday, and what they pointed out to me was not included in here, which I had completely forgotten about, is a tip. I don't know what is customary to tip through a delivery app because I've never used one. Is it still the standard 15 to 20%? Or is it like you give them $2 or $3 extra? I have no idea. You know what? If you know the answer, leave me a comment and tell me, what are you supposed to tip when you use a food delivery app? I'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday morning. We are on day 3 of this experiment, and I am absolutely shell-shocked how terrible I feel this early on. I don't know if it was just like the burger and fries last night that didn't sit well with me. I don't know if it's the fact that it's been 48 hours since I've eaten anything healthy, but I was basically up all night last night, just feeling so parched. No matter how much water I drank, I could not seem to quench my thirst. Fuck. I woke up this morning just feeling groggy and awful, and yeah, needless to say, my body does not seem to be responding well to eating fast food. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to make a concerted effort to find some healthier options for the next 5 days because this is not working out so well for me so far. And I have to say that now more than ever, I am so grateful that this video is sponsored by AG1 because damn, do I need some nutrients in my body. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement which contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It has pre and probiotics, it has adaptogens, it has antioxidants, it has all the good stuff in it. All you have to do is take 1 scoop each day into some water, give it a shake, and you're good to go. AG1 is gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan-friendly, NSF certified for sport, which means that they source the highest quality ingredients possible, and it actually tastes surprisingly good for something that's green. Personally, I've been drinking AG1 every day for the last few months now, and the most noticeable result that I have found is that my skin is just looking so clear, and I also don't seem to be getting that same mid-afternoon crash that I always used to, you know, kind of like between lunch and dinner when you start just nodding off. Hasn't been as much of an issue for me, which I'm really appreciative of. If you'd like to try out AG1 for yourself, head over to drinkag1.com/accordingtonicole or click the link in the description box down below. And if you use my link, AG1 will hook you guys up with a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 K2 drops, plus 5 free travel packs with your first order. Thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video and for keeping me afloat during this week of junk food. Got sushi. $27.93 for takeout sushi. Got my tofu inari pockets. These are like my favorite. And then I was given avocado cucumber rolls, but this is not what I ordered. I ordered avocado mango cucumber rolls. Oh, you know what? It is mango. It's yellow mango. I expected the mango to be orange. I always think it's funny every time I get sushi and they give me chopsticks for 2, and I'm like, no, this is all for me, but thanks. So I just put this order into Uber Eats. They don't even offer my favorite tofu pockets on Uber Eats for whatever reason. The menu seems to be a little bit more limited. But I put in something else in its place that was basically the same price, and the total came out to $45 again before the tip. This is obviously by far the most expensive meal that I've gotten so far, but it's actually good. It's like the first one that I can say is actually worth eating. So that's something. So I just met my friend at Chipotle for dinner tonight, and the total was $13.73. Yes, this is my second burrito of the week, but I have to say this one was significantly better. It was fresher, it was more flavorful. I think it was larger too, and it was a fraction of the price. Chipotle is always my favorite burrito place, but there just isn't one near where I live. Overall, I think this was an okay deal because I at least enjoyed it. I think the worst part of going out to eat for me is that you pay excessively for a meal, and a lot of the times it's not even good, or like I was saying before, it just makes you feel like trash. So hopefully that at least won't be the case with this one. I will put up on the screen what it would cost to order through Uber Eats, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, well it is Friday night, and nothing says Friday night quite like pizza, so tonight I am ordering pizza. I'm going to be using the restaurant's app directly. I'm ordering through the Pizza app. I'm getting a medium pizza with non-dairy cheese, which they've apparently recently started charging more for. I don't know why. It's not like I'm getting dairy and non-dairy. It should just be a swap. Whatever. Non-dairy cheese and green peppers. The total comes out to $11.74 for a medium. Pizza is one of those things that in particular makes absolutely no sense to me to be ordering through Uber Eats, considering that every pizza restaurant in existence seems to have their own dedicated app without marked up prices. But as always, I jumped over to Uber Eats, the exact same pizza restaurant, the exact same pizza through Uber Eats, they don't offer the same special, so the prices already are inflated. But once again, we have another $30 order where it comes out to $29.08 for ordering the exact same pizza through Uber Eats that I'm going to be paying $11.74 through the regular restaurant's app. So basically 3 times the price, unsurprisingly. Let's place the order. Let's go get it. See what we got. It's Saturday night and my best friend is coming in from out of town, so I'm gonna go meet up with her at a local Mexican restaurant that I have never been to before. I have to say that my expectations going into this are not exceedingly high. I picked this specific spot because on their website it indicates that they have vegan options. I am not the kind of person who will go to a restaurant and just start making off-menu demands and trying to insist that they accommodate me. But this place specifically said they had vegan options, so I just gave them a quick call to ask what those vegan options were. And nobody on the phone seemed to know what I was talking about. They passed me around to like 3 other people who didn't seem to understand what I was even asking. I asked if there was lard in the beans and they didn't even know what that was. Fingers crossed they can actually figure something out for me because their menu specifically says vegan options available upon request. So let's see how this goes. I'll see you guys tonight. It's Sunday, and I got falafel from what is, in my opinion, the best falafel place in Canada, possibly in North America. Unfortunately, I live nowhere near here, so it's not often that I get to this place. And I now have an hour drive home with my sandwich, which hopefully will not turn to mush in the meantime. But at least this I know will be worth eating.
A few moments later.
Okay, update. It's been like 2 minutes, and I'm not waiting. It smells so good, I can't wait. This is like probably gonna be the messiest thing ever to eat in the car. Whatever. Here, this stuff is full. All right, we made it. It is Monday night. It is day 1 of back to cooking at home week, and I am unreasonably happy to be able to eat my own food this coming week. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but I'm just really looking forward to not wasting money and not feeling like absolute trash after I eat. So tonight I'm going to be making a stir fry. As I go through this week, I'll be adding up the amount that it took me to prepare that one portion, however much I eat, and I'll put that total up on the screen for you. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to wind up asking for recipes as well, and so I will say that all of the recipes for pretty much everything I cook are over on my Patreon page, and I'm constantly adding to it as I try to cook new recipes and try out new things. So if you want the full recipes, that is the place to get it. Hi, buddy. With that said, let's go make stir fry. Day 2, it is Tuesday. It's just about 6:30 p.m. I got home a little bit earlier than I usually would tonight, so I don't really know what I'm gonna make yet. I'm not feeling too hungry. So I think that I'm gonna have a fairly light dinner tonight. I think I'm gonna make some Caesar salad and garlic bread and just kind of have, I guess, is that what people are calling a girl dinner now? I don't know. I'm gonna make a Caesar salad dressing from scratch because Caesar salad dressing is typically not vegan. It usually has cheese and eggs and anchovy paste in it, which is disgusting to think about. So I'm gonna make a Caesar salad dressing really quick. I'm gonna make some garlic butter. I'm gonna spread it on a roll, and that's gonna be dinner. But first, always first, I gotta feed the boy. Okay, I hear you. Dude, could you eat any faster if you tried? Oh my gosh. Got a new one of these, not from Temu this time, so let's hope it lasts a little longer. So here is tonight's dinner. We got garlic bread, we got a big ass bowl of Caesar salad.
Really quick, and it's the last couple. Made any corrections? I have. No, you have not. We haven't even got to your spending.
It's Wednesday, and it's spaghetti time! I probably just made a bunch of you motion sick. I'm probably gonna get motion sick watching that footage back. Let's go make spaghetti with garlic and oil. Let's do it. Step 1, boil the water. Step 2, salt the water. Step 3, put a lid on the water so it actually boils. Step 4, peel the garlic. Step 5, olive oil. Step 6, buy more olive oil. And boom, we're done.
To psychology, to criminal justice, back to nursing, and then back to psychology.
Okay.
So I've changed it.
How many years have you been in school?
Let's make Greek orzo salad. Okay, quick change of plans. I just realized that I don't have any orzo in the house, so we're gonna use shells instead. It's gonna be a Greek pasta salad. It's gonna be delicious. It doesn't matter. Let's do it. Levi, you want a piece of pepper, buddy? Come here. Here you go, take it. Good stuff? Quality control? Good boy. So good. So simple, so good. All right, it is Friday. Tonight I'm just gonna be finishing off the pasta salad I made yesterday, and I'm also gonna make some meatless chicken fingers on the side and douse them in some Frank's Red Hot because I love Frank's Red Hot. Really easy dinner, not much cooking I have to do. Let's get into it. Question for all you zero waste folks who don't buy paper towels at all. What do you use to sop out like excess oil or grease from your food? Because I can't imagine that you're doing that with a kitchen towel, right? I don't know. Am I missing something here? It is Saturday night. It's like 8:30 and I just got home. I've been running errands all day long. Do I look tired? Yeah, I do. I feel tired too. The lighting in here isn't helping. It makes it look like I have bigger bags than I actually have, but I do have bags under my eyes. Anyways, it's super late and I don't have anything cooked in the fridge ready to go. So despite the fact that it's super late, we're gonna go make spaghetti sauce from scratch because why not? So while I don't have anything cooked and prepared to eat, something that I did do a couple weeks ago in preparation of nights like this was I made what I'm calling a spaghetti sauce kit. This is a mason jar, and yes, it is frozen, and I've basically pre-chopped and diced all of the vegetables and aromatics that I put into my spaghetti sauce. So there's garlic, there's cherry tomatoes, there's some hot peppers, and all I really have to do now is throw all of this into some hot oil, add the pureed tomatoes and salt, and let it cook for a little while. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. Levi, would you like a Alright, y'all. We did it. 14 days of dinners in the books. It is a wrap. We are going to talk about all the numbers, we're going to talk about how everything went, and we're going to see how much money did it actually cost me to eat out, how much money did it cost me to cook at home, and we're going to compare and talk about how this whole experiment went. Before I get into the numbers, the first thing I want to talk about is just how my body felt when I was cooking my own meals versus when I was going out to eat. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I was by day 2 already feeling quite sluggish, which really surprised me. It's not that I expected to feel great eating takeout a number of days in a row, but I really didn't expect it to hit me that hard, that fast. And like I mentioned, the thing that I struggled with the most was being like chronically thirsty. Like no matter what I did, I could not seem to quench my thirst, and I can only attest that to sodium content, I'm assuming. No matter how much water I was drinking, it wasn't seeming to quench my thirst, and in a weird way was almost making it worse. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I found that water wasn't cutting it. Iced tea helped a little bit, AG1 helped quite a bit, but water just didn't seem to cut it. I was up almost all night. It really actually affected my sleep because I'd wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and my throat was so dry that it actually hurt. There was a few mornings where I woke up thinking I was getting sick because my throat felt kind of raw and it was just so incredibly dry. And yeah, I really wound up drinking a lot more water than I typically do, which is probably a good thing overall. I've always known that I need to increase my water intake. I just didn't really plan to go about it in this way by just making my kidneys scream for help, but here we are. Now let's talk about the numbers, because I know that's what you're really here for. So earlier on in the video, I predicted I'd wind up spending between $100 and $150 on 7 days of going out to eat for dinner, and I was pretty bang on. I spent $113.14 for those 7 meals, which averages out to $16.16 per meal, which in my opinion is quite high. And keeping in mind that a lot of what I ate was fast food, I think that was particularly expensive, because had I gone out to actual restaurants more often and eaten like better quality food, it would have cost me significantly more even still. Now with that said, had I ordered those exact same meals to be delivered to me through a food app, I would have spent $207.89, which is almost double, which works out to an average of $29.70 per meal. And that to me is particularly outrageous, again, especially bearing in mind that I ate so much fast food. $29.70, so like $30, is kind of what I expect to spend if I'm going to a sit-down restaurant and having an entree and a drink. $30 for a burrito or a crappy pizza or a burger is, to me, just insanity. By comparison, for this last week that I've been cooking my own food at home, I only spent $35.45 for the entire week of dinners, which works out to an average of $5.06 per meal, which to me is way more reasonable, and that is less than 1/3 of what it cost me to go out to eat, and approximately 1/6 of what it would have cost me to have meals delivered to me at home. That means that I could cook for a family of 3 for the same cost as getting dinner out just for myself, or cook for a family of 6 for the same cost of having something like McDonald's delivered to me. And so I guess we can officially consider that myth busted. The answer is no, it is not cheaper to go out to eat than it is to grocery shop and cook your own meals at home. Again, even if you cook things that are more elaborate or more expensive than what I cooked, you can literally cook 3 times as much food, or you can triple your budget and still be well within what it would cost you to go out to eat. I think that one of the arguments that people make in favor of going out to eat, and especially of getting food delivered through an app, is just the convenience factor. And I guess this really depends on your lifestyle as a whole and kind of what your schedule looks like. But for me personally, it was actually less convenient to go out and get food. I can cook most meals in less time than it would take me to wait for something to be delivered. Personally, I've always looked at going out to eat as more of a social event than being actually about the food. Like, I'm always happy to go out to restaurants and meet up with friends and have an evening out with people, but I really don't have any desire to go out to get food just for the sake of not having to cook my own meals. And this experiment has not changed my outlook on that whatsoever. In fact, it has only further reinforced it. With all that said, I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this experiment, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know what your general habits are when it comes to going out to eat. Personally, I cook at home, I would say 99% of the time, but what do you do? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video at all, please go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so yet. You can follow me on Instagram. Feel free to check out AG1 at the link below. Other than that, thank you guys so much as always for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next week.